What is going on today, guys? So we are back with another video. We have put a system back in the F-150 for the time being. We got an amp hooked up and everything. We are doing a review of not only a hifonics ZRX2416.D, which is a monoblock that hifonics make, which so far I am impressed with it. And then we are also doing a video on the Seismic Audio GFC 12. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so here is the 12. I got the name wrong. I do believe it's I'll put it up on the screen. I can't think of the name, but I'll definitely put it in the video for y'all. We have it in a 2.9 cubic foot box, tuned around 34 hertz. This was the prefab and sub that I put in my old lady's car, and so far the box for 70 bucks, super impressed with it. It was tuned a little high around 44 hertz, so I got some birch and retuned it down to 34, and it slams in her car now. I will definitely be doing a video for y'all on that. Let's go check out the amp. Okay guys, ignore the messy wiring. I just threw this back in here. So this is the hifonics Zeus ZRX2416.1D. They do have a ZXX that only does around 1,000 watts, but this amp supposedly does rated, and as of now I 100% believe it. As you can see, it's got a 100 amp fuse. Realistically, it should only do around 1400-ish watts, but technically that's all it can do. But to me, it slams for a $180 amp. So 4 gauge inputs. Of course, you have your remote wire, and then I believe you have 8 gauge for your speaker outputs. You have a power protect and your fuse on this side. Of course, if you go on this side, you're going to have your level, bass EQ, your phase, subsonic, and low pass filter with your control, which I did not get that. This amp is used. And then of course your inputs for your RCAs. Here's the box, and you can kind of see the lighter portion in the back. That's the new section I made. So let's go ahead and get this thing playing some for y'all, and I'll give y'all my thoughts on the sub and box and the amp.
War is known to change a man, and the whiskey's known to change a man. That's not me. I really drink from the bottle, but I'll smoke a little weed. I still live in the sticks where you wouldn't go. Town in 1200 off an old dirt road, and a country boy is all I'll ever be. Came here on the dotted line, and your songs they all set up shop on Sunset. He put me up at the marquee and said, "You wanna sell me a record, boy? You better listen to me. They say they wanna be like me. They say they wanna ball like me. I'm blowing up pop 15s, and they beating down the block, and the police on my ass. I've been caught and smashed. I've been caught and smashed. All these ugly calling, I'm picking up these paper down. Streets be calling me. Got the police on me.
Okay guys, so as you heard in that last clip, it kind of sounded like it was clipping or bottoming out, but it wasn't. So what has happened is this sub ain't new. It's been around the block for about 1.5 years now. I know the original person who owned it, and it hasn't had an easy life, and the bottom spider has come loose. Okay guys, so here is the sub in all its glory. As you can see, it is quite big for the price you're paying. Get that screw off there. But here's the bottom plate. Of course, you have your center pole venting and the coil venting. It is a LAF-122 and it is double spider. You're getting a cast basket. You're not getting stamped steel, and of course you're going to have a pretty stiff dust cap. And you're getting a stitched surround. Up in there, I don't know if you can see, but where the bottom spider meets the former, it is coming loose. It's kind of a disappointment, but truthfully, I don't think it was the manufacturer's fault. I do believe that this sub was just beat, and it has been through the ringer. So we have it wired down to 1 ohm, but the terminals, push terminals, they are a good distance apart, so you don't have to worry about wires touching. They are a good distance off of the basket, so you ain't got to worry about shorting out. The one complaint I have is I wish the holes were a little bit bigger. Of course, I am running probably 14 gauge or maybe 12 gauge on these, which for 1,000 watts is fine. And then, of course, you have your single run of the round tinsel leads. They are stitched. They don't have much glue on the top spider, and I'd like to see more glue around the actual spider landing. So truthfully, it could have been the manufacturer's fault, but I'm gonna call it my own. Of course, it's got a copper with the typical clear glue, but yeah. Realistically, I can't give y'all a 100% accurate review on this sub. Truthfully, my opinion on it is I think it's around 130 bucks new. You can't beat it. It's a budget banger for a 12 with this size of a motor. It weighs a solid 40 pounds, I'd say, and I'm impressed with it. It's got a lot of throw. It's rated at 2200 watts max, I think 1100 RMS. Right there in that range, you're kind of looking at, truthfully, comparable to an EVL, and it's almost half the price. If you can get your hands on one of these Seismic Audio LAF-12s, this one's dual 2 wired down to 1 ohm. I mean, for the price and the motor you're getting a cast basket. You're not getting a stamped steel basket. It's not a flat round coil. I do believe it's a 3-inch coil. Selling tinsel leads, it's only 1 round, smaller tinsel lead though. That's the only complaint I really have. And of course, the bottom of the spider coming loose. That could have been many of things. The previous owner could have had something set on top of it for too long. The glue became brittle and let go. It could have been over excurted and it tore the glue off of the former. Many things could have happened. When you break it down, the price that you're paying for the sub and what you're getting, I don't really have any complaints other than the tinsel leads being kind of small and however the spider came loose. Now, the spider problem I don't believe was the manufacturer's issue. I 100% believe that it was something that someone did to the sub. Like I said, it's had a pretty rough life. But you break it down, the box on Amazon is around 75 bucks. You look up ported box for a 12, it'll pop up. I recommend it. It's got a 1-inch baffle, 3/4 inch MDF all the way else around. It is tuned high to 44 hertz, but you know, for a budget system, it'll be perfect for you. The Seismic Audio 12, like I said, it's a good sub. The price you're paying, I would say it's comparable to, truthfully, the size, not the power rating, but the size. I'd say it's close to a ZVX motor. Truthfully, it might be a little bit thicker in diameter and it might be a little shorter in height, but it's pretty. We're gonna wrap it up. The Hifonics ZRX 2416.1D, the Zeus model, it does pretty good. I was surprised when I hooked it up and got it playing. For 180 bucks, you're getting probably around 1500 watts out of it. And you know, you really can't beat that nowadays unless you can find a sub amp like one of these knockoff Sundowns or something like that. But other than that, you know, you're getting a pretty good deal. So that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all are glad to see the F-150 again. We haven't done anything other than rip the system out of the 218s. In case I have some new viewers here, I have a 2013 F-150 and a 2004 Toyota Corolla. The Corolla is getting walled off. I have two ZVX V118s made by Scar. That's going in the back of that. We're doing a flat wall, and we have a Taramp MD5K running those. If you want, go ahead and look through my other videos. You'll see pretty much everything I've done on the channel within a couple videos. I'm relatively new. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. All in all, I say the Seismic audio, for the price, you can't beat it. Super happy with it, other than, of course, the spider come loose. I know I've repeated myself a couple times, but I want to stress that that was not the manufacturer's fault, I do not think. And then the hifonics Zeus, you know, for the price, you can't beat it, what you're getting. I'd like to see someone do an amp dyno on that. Maybe Big D can do something like that. But y'all have a great and blessed day. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I will be back soon with an update on the Corolla, and hopefully I will get my hands on another 12 to go ahead and give y'all a review on too.